Hello and welcome to the Lore Report. I'm Dante.
And I'm Kurz.
In this update, we're going to be taking a look at the announcement from the official Overwatch Twitter, what it means for the universe as we know it, and the potential light it sheds on new playable characters.
Firstly, let's look at the reason you're probably all here. For some time now, potential new characters have been a hot topic in the community, especially with names such as Doomfist and Sombra flying around, but it's one we've been reluctant to cover. This new information adds some serious fuel to the speculation fire though, to the point where we felt we had to collate all the evidence and provide our own viewpoint. Before that though, let's go over what we already know. 1. There is a support character in development, and it appears clear that they are a sniper of sorts. 2. A picture of a masked character on Temple of Anubis has sights that match an image spotted on the Fall of Titan documentary. 3. A woman known as Sombra has links to Reaper, Dorado, and Numerico. 4. Ana and Amari is missing, presumed dead. Historically, these four have been combined to create one central Ana equals the support sniper equals Sombra theory. But let's look at that, shall we?
The blueprints build directly on the first point. The sights leaked in the excellent documentary by Danny O'Dwyer have been known for some time, but we finally have the rifle to match them to. The alignment and shape is near perfect and does not match any sights of any other gun currently in game. Previously, they have been matched on Reddit with a picture found paperclipped to a dossier on Temple of Anubis. The mask itself seems to match this wider shot of the character in development from the same documentary. As such, we're very happy concluding that these are all one and the same person. Important to note that nowhere in any of these is a name mentioned.
The mask itself has some interesting markings that are often overlooked but are apparent when you look at the photo closely. On it are a couple of small yellow triangles, a design heavily associated with the armour worn by Overwatch agents, such as Winston, Reinhardt or even Genji. They differ slightly to the triangles on their armour, but that could be due to the poor resolution on the image. While it's plausible the rifle was stolen down the line in the same way as 76 stole his gear, the triangles along with this blueprint lead us to believe that the support sniper is a former Overwatch agent.
Now the elephant in the room. Is this Sombra? The only mentions of Sombra are found in the voice lines by Reaper and in writings on Dorado. With its many references to light from the Festival de Luz to the memorials around the fountain along with Sombra's literal translation of shadow, this seems the perfect place for her to be. The only image we have of her is this low resolution newspaper entitled Who is Sombra? The other image that people have taken to be her is not found on Dorado at all, only on Anubis. And while this character seems to share a vaguely similar cowl of sorts, she does not seem to be holding a sniper rifle. We're not sure what she is equipped with, it could be a sidearm, but there's clearly a lot of doubt here.
So, if the sniper is not Sombra, then what other unaccounted for female characters are there in the world? Following the Overwatch line leads us inevitably to Ana and Amari, but also a name rarely mentioned, Maria Estrada. The only place you'll find her is on the side of the Aurora shuttle in Watchpoint Gibraltar. Her name is Hispanic, which fits Dorado, and piloting a craft called the Aurora, a literary word for dawn, plays perfectly into the light-dark, night-day aspect of that city. This would therefore make Maria a much more likely candidate for Sombra. Nationality is a big deal for Blizzard when building Overwatch characters, and she fits the bill much better than Ana with her Egyptian heritage.
While there are still many obstacles from us clearly stating a firm belief that Ana is the upcoming sports sniper while definitely not being Sombra, this is the best way we've found to fit all the pieces together, with someone else, maybe Maria, being Sombra herself. Ana wields a different rifle, has, as far as we know, always been a traditional rather than support sniper and is of course still missing, presumed dead. But she has stronger links to Overwatch than almost anyone, has formidable sniper skills, would be a prime candidate for experimental weapon testing, and there is of course that persistent nagging feeling that she was removed from the English tweet for a reason.
Overwatch Central released a really good vid on all of this that goes over lots of these points, and finds a very cool little hint on the character select screen that we missed. You can go check that out here. Now we've planted those thoughts and theories in your heads, time to slow down and have a better look at that tweet itself. It focuses on Torbjorn apparently as chief engineer and weapon designer in Overwatch, utilising technology developed by Mercy to create a biotic sniper rifle. Mercy, in her role as chief of medicine, is understandably reluctant to have her inventions built to heal repurposed into rifle form, even if it is for peaceful purposes.
By this point in time, Mercy has already developed the Caduceus Staff and by extension the Caduceus Blaster, as this is the tech being adopted by Torb in the new rifle. We learn that the technology is biotic in nature, this being the first time we've seen Mercy concretely linked to this field of study. Previously, we'd assumed she was a dominant scientist in the field of medical nanotechnology. Biotics, however, is a little different, and is specifically focused on biological organisms. It appears that she has developed a way of harnessing these to heal others at incredible speeds, rebuilding living tissue on the fly.
This understanding led to the creation of the Caduceus Staff, Mercy's iconic healing tool. Taking a closer look at the staff, we can see some key components that seem to activate the biotic beam or field, and how these evolved into other ways of dispensing the healing effects, including with this rifle. Presumably after the staff was perfected, the biotic field generator was created, allowing the mobile deployment of healing in a small area. These are what Soldier 76 uses in-game, but it's clear they were developed for and were used by Overwatch agents. Safe to conclude the 76 stole a stash of these when he was raiding various watch points. There are 2 of these on the blueprint, and feature 3 small feet along with 3 rotating blades that seem to form the field itself. These 3 blades appear to be very similar to the 3 blades at the end of the Caduceus Staff.
It looks like Torb has developed a way for these field generators to be adapted into ammunition to power the rifle, judging by the arrow placement on his blueprint. The blueprint also indicates another possible creation stemming from the generators, this time without the stand or the blades, replaced by what appears to be a transparent globe at its core. Possibly a healing grenade prototype we have yet to see. Is that any more crazy than a healing sniper rifle? Could this possibly be an alternate ability of the support sniper?
So how does this lead us to the rifle? Again, looking at the blueprints, there are clear indications of what parts of the staff have been adopted into the design by Torbjorn. The spinning blades have been adapted to create the upper casing of the rifle. The key part, though, seems to be the diagonally notched cog that's been lifted almost unchanged from the staff to the lower part of the rifle, forming this underslung barrel. There's also the odd little touch here and there, most notably the halo-styled shaped iron sights that we only currently find on the Caduceus weapons.
As ever, there are some key questions that arise from all of this. Do the split barrels function independently, or is only the primary barrel used with the second being critical for functionality? Does the rifle also retain the damage boosting capabilities inherent in the staff? Guess we don't know the answers to these until it's either in-game or Blizz throws us a bit more info. In the English tweet, the blueprint is addressed to both Morrison and Reyes, which indicates that Reyes, even as the head of Blackwatch, was still very much in the loop with all of the advancements at Overwatch. As we mentioned earlier, much more interesting than this is the translated images sent out on the Brazilian Overwatch Twitter account. On it, we can see one more name, Amari. It's unclear why this has been removed from the English translation, but given Ana's position as a world-renowned sniper, it makes sense that she would be included in the designs, her input surely being invaluable.
Although brief, the 2 annotations on the blueprint shed a bit more light onto the backstories of both Torbjorn and Mercy, their friendship and their relationship as colleagues. From Torbjorn's comments, we can see he is well aware of Mercy's rightful concern regarding the weaponization of her inventions, a trait in her character that goes all the way back to her originally joining Overwatch. He's no stranger to this desire, given his entire reason for doing what he does is to prevent his own creations from being misused. Mercy's reaction backs this up and builds on her established mistrust of militarization in Overwatch, and her willingness to criticize any aggressive action that she felt wasn't absolutely necessary. It's characterization like this that really sets us against the common community theory that Mercy is somehow secretly evil. It simply does not fit with what we know about her or her motives.
In the interest of balance, however, the name of this technology is also worth mentioning in the discussion. The Caduceus staff is almost a direct interpretation of the Rod of Hermes, a winged staff wrapped by 2 snakes. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, conductor of the dead and protector of merchants and thieves, doesn't seem to fit with the healing as well as you might think, does it? That's because the true healing symbol is actually the rod of Asclepius, a misconception that's seen the origins being confused for 100 years due in part to the incorrect use by the US Medical Corps. Asclepius, in contrast to Hermes, a deity funnily enough associated with healing and medicine. This seems to fit with what we're looking for, but this raises an interesting question. Is this a genuine error, a continuation of the modern use of the Caduceus symbol, or is Blizzard hinting at something deeper? Always hard to tell with them, but brilliant to see their ongoing use of the real-world mythology.
Thanks for watching this inaugural episode of The Lore Report. As always, let us know what you think. Support sniper? Good idea. How would it work in game? Is it Ana? Is it Sombra? Do you buy into our possible theory that Ana could be the sniper, while the unknown Maria is Sombra? Are we totally wrong and they're all the same person? Do you feel moved to point out that Maria is an anagram of Amari? There's a comment section below. Hit us with what you've got.
If you like this episode, please hit that like button, and if you want to learn more about the lore of Overwatch, hit that subscribe button. We have a whole load more videos on Overwatch lore floating on the screen now, so go check those out. Until next time, I've been Dante.
And I've been Kurz. Thanks for watching.